Hi, today we are talking about why sometimes at night you wake up suddenly and your heart starts racing. So before we dive into this question, obviously I am not a doctor, so please go see a doctor because we are talking about heart here. And if you are unsure and it's something that is happening or suddenly, please always check with your doctor first. This is just informational and there is no treatment involved whatsoever. In this video is to talk about how the heart is linked to the way we are thinking and the way we are feeling. Stress, anxiety is part of it. And it's linked to our nervous system. All right. So the nervous system has two main branches. So you have lots of branches, but yeah, you have the parasympathetic system and the sympathetic system. So one of them is to maintain the moment of rest and calm. And the sympathetic system is when you need to be on alert, and it's the famous flight, fight, or freeze mode. Now, what happens is that when we are in a danger, it's really important to be in this and to have this coming up, because this will save you, this will keep you safe. But then when you look into nature, an antelope, when it's been chased by a lion and for some unknown reason it hasn't been killed, it will go back to the rest and calm level. This is where it's different for us, because compared to an animal, we are a deep thinker. And if we think, our body reacts emotionally. So of course animals also react with emotions, but the way we're thinking has a link to the way we are feeling, and the way we're feeling will impact the way we are thinking. So when we are stressed because of work, because of relationship, because everything is too fast, because everything is stressful, well, our head is just becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. Like we have the feeling like there is something that is holding us back, like there is this heaviness in our head, or we can be foggy, or we feel uneasy, and maybe in our body we might feel a bit of turning sensation or pressure on our chest. There are so many symptoms that can happen, and the heart can be one of them, especially at night. Why? Because when you sleep, your body is coming into this rest and calm mode. But because we are dreaming, and because it's the time for the body to process what has happened during the day, well, suddenly a memory or a dream can come in place, and then suddenly you wake up in this level. So there are a few things that you can do to help yourself. First is, one of them is actually quite good, is box breathing. So I invite you to, when you have those symptoms, to check on breathing techniques. There are like lots of people doing breath work, and it's honestly incredible. Why? Because it pushes you to go back into your body, because the body is storing a lot of things and it's linked to your mind. But when you are breathing, you cannot think, you need to go into your body. So it's really powerful. And I'm not a breath worker, so I'm not saying because I want you guys to come to me. What I'm saying is that there are amazing people that are doing breath work, and it's really good for people with this anxiety or stress, because it brings you back in your body. There is one simple exercise that you can do, is the box breath box. Gosh, I forgot the name. but it's like 4. You breathing 4 in, you hold for 4, you breathe out for 4, and you hold for 4. So and you breathe again. Okay, so you can do on 4, on 3, on 5, it depends. You explore, you experiment, you ask ChatGPT, it can give you some really, really good breathing exercises. So this is one of them. Of course, there's lots of different breathing exercises, but this one is a good one just to bring back a bit more balance. There is another one that is from HeartMath Institute that will bring heart and brain coherence. When our heart is racing, it sends signals in the body that are unbalanced, and the mind, of course, is getting stressed because it doesn't know what it is, panicky, and is just sending more signal of it's getting worse, and of course the heart is it won't calm down. So when you bring your awareness to your heart space, and I know it's hard when the heart is going crazy, but bring your awareness to your heart space and start to breathe in and through your heart. And every time you have a thought in your mind of panic or stress, just say, okay, I'm here, just here with my heart. And after a while, it will calm down. But once again, if it's an episode that's lasting more than 15 or 20 minutes, please call an ambulance or 911 or wherever country you are, your emergency services, or just check that, because I mean, we're talking about the heart here once again. And of course, another thing that you can do is working on the origin. Okay, if the emotions are always linked to your past, something that happened in your life, it's experiences, and your body learned a certain experience. And what happens is that if this experience was negative, your body will remember the emotions that are attached to it. If for example, it is fear or feeling guilty, that will be anchored within your body. And if you are confronted to another experience in your future, well, your body will remember, so it will send a new signal in your mind, and your mind will say, oh, okay, there is danger, and this is when it's going to start. Same at night. This is how it starts, because maybe you were dreaming and processing information that happened during the day, but your body suddenly is in alert because, whoa, we remember 20 years ago that had happened. All that is unconscious, unfortunately, and majority of our thoughts are unconscious. That's 95% of our thoughts and memories are unconscious. We don't remember. This is why I'm so passionate about hypnosis. This is why I love working with that, because we don't even need to remember the experience per se, but we can ask the wisdom that is within you to release the experience that is related to these negative emotions, if it's guilt, if it's anger, if it's fear, and it will release it. And the beauty with the technique that I'm using, you don't need to remember what it is. So if it has been traumatic, well, you won't need to remember that, but that will be shifted. And when it's shifted, what happens? Well, this is no longer needed, at least on your daily life. So you go back into the rest and calm mode. And you can go back on that only if you need to sprint, or if, you need to run away or for something. But otherwise, your body will go back here and you will feel lighter, happier in your life. So once again, there are lots of different ways to release the origin and where it's coming from. So many techniques. Be open, and if you hear a technique that really rings a bell, like it feels good when I hear that, I want to learn more, go on to it. So if it's breath work, go for it. If it's a hypnosis, go for it. If it's something else, go for it. But don't stay with those symptoms. I guarantee that when you start working on yourself, and I know it can be daunting and scary, so scary when we start, I remember that. But actually, it's our mind that think is scary, because once we start, we realize, that wasn't that hard actually. And why I haven't done that earlier? And the amount of clients are telling me that. I don't know why I waited for so many years to work on myself, because now I'm so happy, so free, so content. I can finally do what I always wanted to do. Don't identify yourself from your past. Create the life you always wanted to.